box, the NOCO Genius 2D. Not a real lot in it. We got really nice packaging. And so far I've been happy with it. Like this here would be the third one that I've gotten. I got one from my 2002 Camaro SS, and I got one from my 2018 Chevy Colorado, and this here is going to be for the 2012 Chevy Silverado. And so far I've had good luck with it. Mind you, I ain't had it very long, but I've done a little bit of research online, and everyone seems to have a pretty good reputation. So anyway, like I say, there's not a lot in the box. You got your charger and the cables, and this here is used for mounting it under the hood. The only issue that if I have any issues with them, it's the cables could be a little longer, but I've been able to make do with what they have. This here's pretty much it. You got your charger, then you got your two leads that go to the battery, the red for the positive, black for the negative, and then your cable to hook into your extension cord. Okay guys, so I decided where I'm going to mount it. I'm going to mount it on the top of the air box, and then I'm going to connect the negative to this ground right here. And you see it. Anyway, there's a ground right there on the block, and then I'm going to hook the positive up into this here. I'd rather have them here and in here, but these nuts, they don't come all the way off. They'll come to the top and then they stop. So I'm gonna have to use this, and like I say, that ground over there. So we'll start with the ground side. It's a 15 millimeter. I don't know if I can get it with a regular socket or not. Might need a deep socket. I might even need a wrench. Yeah, I'm gonna need at least a deep socket, possibly a wrench. Okay, so it's 15 millimeter. It turns out it's a stud. I loosened it with the ratchet, so I'm gonna just take it off here now. The engine's actually still hot, so I'm kind of burning my hand here a little bit. Okay. So we'll grab the negative side from the charger. I'm going to make sure one of them other ones didn't come out. Of course they did. Just a sec, I'm going to have to switch cameras so I can get both hands in there. Okay. This ground strap back up here. And we'll bring the nut back over. That started. So it'll take this. Oh, does that say 243? They are 243s. I think they're the good heads, aren't they? We'll have to steal them off this, put it on the Camaro. Okay, so we'll tighten that back up, and we'll have our ground all hooked up. Okay, you don't want to go too tight because in aluminum. Anyway, so we got our ground on. Now we're going to want to do the positive. Now technically I should have the battery disconnected to do this. So I'm going to screw this here off, get some better light here. I'm going to take this off and put the the positive cable on here. I should disconnect the battery, because if I were to like ground out on this, we'd cause some sparks, but I'll be careful. Okay, so this here's a 14 millimeter. So we're just going to loosen that up. And then we're going to bring it around this way. And you shouldn't have to go too tight with this. Okay. I'm probably going to have to trim this up now to get it to go down over. Just trim a little corner out here. Just grab something to cut it with. Okay, so I just cut out a little corner here so it'll slide down over that. And actually folds down under it as well. Okay, let's put that on. So, just to go back, we put the positive on here, on this terminal, and the negative we grounded to the block. Now, I wanna put some wire loom on it, but before I do, I want to test it first before I get it all mounted and everything. We want to make sure that those are the proper terminals to hook it up to. So I'm going to hook the charger up to make sure that it's I got it hooked up properly. Okay, so it's plugged in. It just turned on, and it's charging. And the red's supposed to mean that the battery's less than 75%, but a lot of times if you leave it on for a little bit, it'll turn green quite fast, and it flashes green when it's 75% or more, and then when it's 100%, the green goes solid. It just stays green. Anyway, it looks like everything's hooked up right, so I'm gonna put some wire ties on. We still gotta mount it, and then I gotta get the cord through the front here so we can plug it in without raising the hood. Obviously, that's the whole purpose of this. So you don't have to raise the hood; you just plug it in. Okay, guys, so we got her all hooked up. I got some wire loom on it. It goes up in there, and I got it going down in here. Now this here probably should have went under this, but I put it over top. That way it stays away from anything hot. Like if you look there, there's nowhere for it to go. It won't get burned or anything. And then the actual cord, I run in through here and come in out through in here. I don't know if the camera can bring that up or not, but then it come out. I brought it out around the headlight, and I also put some wire loom on it just to protect it, because where it's going around those metal brackets. And it comes out, like I say, in the front of the headlight here. There ain't much. There's not. That's the only issue I have with this NOCO Genius 2D. Is they really don't give you quite enough wire, because if you have too much wire, you can just tie it up. But when you ain't got enough, you have to mount everything in places where you might not really want to. Now, I want to mount this one right on the air box. I've already closed the hood and made sure I had clearance. There's lots of clearance. If you can see, it's lower than this overflow tank. So it shouldn't be an issue. But anyway, it comes with self-threading screws you can use. I don't want to, well, obviously I'm not going to screw into the air box, so I'm going to use 3M tape. So we'll unfasten this. Goes on like this. It's just Velcro, and it allows you to remove it if you have to take that air box off to change the air filter. You can just take it off and kind of set it over to the side. Now I rubbed this down real good with alcohol, about as good as it's going to get. I don't know how well it's going to stick to that plastic, but maybe I'll give it one more little rub with the alcohol. Problem with 3M tape that you get from Amazon, it's not as good as 3M tape that you get on like accessories that stick on. Anyway, we'll try it right there. Just gonna peel the tape off. Mount it right there. Put some pressure on it. Usually over time, it'll stick better. It's on there pretty good. Anyway, I'll plug it in again. Okay, I just plugged it in. It's coming on. And it's charging. So we got her all installed. And the reason I installed it on this truck here, this truck doesn't get driven that often. Sometimes it'll set 4 or 5 days out in the cold, not being started. And it runs the battery down, you can't start it, you have to boost it. So I figured we get this on it and we'll just plug it in when it's not being used. Anyway guys, just a quick video on how to install one of these NOCO Genius 2Ds on a 2012 Chevy Silverado. Pretty simple job. The installation be pretty similar for any vehicle really. Like I say, the only issue is the cables are a little shorter than I would like. I wish they were longer, but anyway, I hope this video helps somebody out, and we'll catch you in the next one.